There comes a moment in life when we feel like giving up, when the weight of our struggles becomes too heavy, when the storm seems unending, and when hope appears to be nothing more than a distant memory. Perhaps you've found yourself at a breaking point, questioning whether you have the strength to continue. But listen closely, because this moment, right now, could be the turning point you've been waiting for. God is not done with you. You were created for a purpose far greater than you can imagine. And today, I want to remind you of that truth. If you've ever faced adversity, if you've ever doubted yourself, stay with me, because this message is for you. Imagine a young man named David. Not the biblical David we all know, but a modern-day David, a man who lost everything. He was once a successful businessman, living a comfortable life, until one day, tragedy struck. A devastating financial collapse wiped out his fortune, leaving him bankrupt. His home was repossessed, his friends disappeared, and he felt abandoned by the world. Sitting alone in a dimly lit room, drowning in despair, he cried out, "God, where are you? Why have you forsaken me?" But God was listening. He was not absent. In that moment of despair, David felt a stirring in his heart, a reminder that his worth was not defined by his bank account or social status. He remembered the story of Job, a man who lost everything but still trusted in God's plan. So, David made a choice. He would rise again, not on his own strength, but with faith. He started small, working tirelessly, and slowly, things began to change. Years later, he rebuilt his life, but this time, he built it on faith, not finances. Like David, you may be facing trials that seem insurmountable. But know this, your struggles are not the end of your story. They are the foundation of your testimony. One of the most powerful examples of perseverance in faith is the story of Thomas Edison. Most people know him as the man who invented the light bulb, but what they don't often hear is the story of his failures. Edison failed over 1,000 times before he successfully created the first working light bulb. When asked how he felt about failing so many times, he responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His determination changed the world. What if we applied that same persistence to our faith? What if, instead of giving up at the first sign of struggle, we chose to believe that our setbacks were setups for something greater? The Bible says in James 1 verses 2-4, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." Your struggles are not punishments, they are preparations for something greater. We often hear the story of Peter walking on water, a miraculous event, but what's often overlooked is the moment he began to sink. He took his eyes off Jesus and focused on the storm around him. The moment he allowed fear to take over, he began to fall. How many times have we done the same? How often do we start strong, full of faith, only to be overwhelmed by the storms of life? But here's the key takeaway. Jesus didn't let Peter drown. The moment Peter cried out, "Lord, save me," Jesus reached out his hand and pulled him up. This is a powerful reminder that no matter how deep we feel we've sunk, God's hand is always within reach. We just have to call on him. There's a story of a woman named Sarah who battled illness for years. Doctors told her there was little hope, but she refused to accept defeat. Every morning, despite her pain, she got up and prayed. She thanked God not just for healing, but for the strength to endure. Over time, something incredible happened. Though the illness remained, her spirit grew stronger. Her unwavering faith became an inspiration to those around her, and she lived her life with joy, despite her suffering. Faith does not always remove the storm, but it gives us the strength to walk through it. Hebrews 11 verse 1 tells us, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." Even when we don't see a way, God is making one. Even when we feel weak, He is our strength. So, if you are facing a trial today, if you feel lost, broken, or defeated, remember this. You are not alone. God is with you, fighting for you, guiding you, and preparing you for something far greater than you can see. Your current struggle is not your final chapter. I encourage you today, hold on. Keep pressing forward. Keep trusting, even when you can't see the way. And if this message spoke to you, if you've ever experienced God's faithfulness in your own life, share your story in the comments below. Let's encourage one another with testimonies of perseverance and faith. Don't forget to like, follow, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. You never know whose life you might change. Stay strong, stay faithful, and remember, God's plan for you is greater than anything you can imagine.